there, very good morning. Welcome back to ET Now. You're watching Market Cafe with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Srishti Sharma. Over the next 1 hour, we'll take you through all the global and domestic cues that you must watch out for and also tell you about the stocks that you need to keep on your radar today. But before that, let's get started with an eye on the globe and see how Wall Street fared overnight. That is the last week and how futures are standing. And it's a rather, steady set. As far as US futures are concerned, Srishti, now they were little changed overnight. This round, remember, this is after a mixed week that we saw on Wall Street. It was marked by a rotation out of big tech and into lower valuation areas of the market. Now, going ahead, investors are also bracing for a busy, slate of US economic data in the days to come. Now, let's talk about the futures. The Dow Jones Industrial Average futures, they slipped marginally. S&P 500 futures were down about 0.1%, whereas nasdaq futures, they dipped about 0.2%. If we talk about the moves last week, tech weakness weighed on the broader markets. The S&P 500 fell about 0.6%, and the nasdaq composite, that slid more than 1.5%. This, of course, was pressured by declines in AI-linked names such as Oracle and Broadcom. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, which has less exposure to tech, that actually bucked the trend and gained more than 1%. If we talk about individual stocks, Oracle, that tumbled nearly 13% for the week, while Broadcom dropped more than 7%. The S&P 500 technology sector, that fell 2.3%. Now remember, that's highlighting the rotation that we are seeing away from AI leaders. If we talk about some of the cues that you have to watch out for as far as the week ahead is concerned, economic data is going to be in focus this week. November non-farm payrolls data, October retail sales data, all of these are due Tuesday, and this would be followed by delays that were caused by the government shutdown. Apart from that, investors will also be watching out for Thursday's release of the November Consumer Price Index, that is the inflation data, for any clues on the inflation outlook and the Fed next move. So yes, Srishti, a very data-heavy week coming ahead, but so far the futures seem pretty steady.
All right, that's about the global handover, especially when it comes from the US markets. But with this, let's also tell you what else we are tracking in terms of the movement when it comes to commodity as well as gold prices. As of now, what we are getting to see is that gold is trading absolutely flat around that $4,332 mark. But for silver, interesting moves over there, because just on Friday, after touching its all-time high levels, yet again silver slipped almost 3%. Back on Friday, as of now, is holding steady at around $62 per ounce mark. But when it comes to the gold prices, beg your pardon, when it comes to the Brent oil prices, then there we are getting to see that there has been a bit of a profit booking. It's down almost 0.3% as we speak right now. But dollar index 2 is something that the global markets and the participants over there are also tracking, hovering around that 98 odd mark. So decent moves, but yes, some interesting moves in gold as well as silver is something that the market participants are watching out quite closely.